guys, welcome back to another episode. In this video, I'll be discussing about credit score. So I recently started taking my driving lessons and I was so confident that I'm going to pass. So I started actually looking into buying a car, and for that car to become a reality, we had to think about getting a car loan, and that's where the whole discussion about credit score came into picture. And I realized that I haven't discussed about the credit score situation in my channel, so here is this video for you. And if you are anything like me, as an international student who came to UK, or you are an expat living in UK and you're completely clueless about how to build a good credit score in UK, in this video I'm going to explain everything in detail. But by the way, I failed my driving test and I'm going to share that experience in a completely different video. So stay tuned for that. In this video, I'll be discussing about what is a credit score and how you can check your credit score. What does it mean to have a good credit score versus what does a bad credit score mean? And if you by any chance happen to have a bad credit score, how can we convert it into a good credit score and maintain it? So it's going to be a very simple video. So let's get started. So starting with the fundamentals of what is a credit score. So in this situation, I wanted to buy a car. Maybe you want to buy a home, or also maybe just get a credit card in your name. So all we need to do is to just go to a lender. The lender could be a bank, and file our applications maybe for a loan or a mortgage. And in turn, they are going to verify us as a potential borrower. Do we have the potential to pay back the money that they are going to lend to us? For this, they are just going to check our credit score. From the credit score, they will understand a lot of information about us, and they are just going to identify how has our circumstance been, what is our potential to repay the money that we are borrowing from them, and also get a lot of information about our behavior with the current accounts that we are managing with the other banks. So all of this information is put into a few numbers, and that's going to decide if you're going to get a good loan or a bad loan. So when I say that we are going to have a good credit score versus a bad credit score, it means a lot of things. So if we, by any chance, we end up having a bad credit score, this means that we will have a high interest loan, which is not a good thing. We may have a rejection in the application that we just submitted, and also the credit limit that we applied for, like we could have received a 4,500 credit limit or more, we end up having a lesser or a shorter credit limit. So from a good credit score, it means that your application gets successful, your loan or mortgage gets sanctioned, you end up having a good car or a home that you always dreamed of. And the second one, the interest on the loan that you are taking would not be that high and could be of a low interest, and which will be easily manageable by you. And the third one is the credit limit. The credit limit that you had always dreamed of and that would give you a lot of flexibility in your life was actually sanctioned to you. So that's what means by having a good credit score. So coming to the point of, can we check which credit score do we have? Do we have a good one or a bad one? It's very easy. All you need to do is to go to a few websites, which I'm just going to mention, and you can check, and you have to put in a lot of details about yourself, and they will give you a right score. The scoring may be a bit different based on which website you're thinking or looking into. But again, these are the criteria that the banks will look into while they are categorizing or sanctioning your loan. So these are the two websites, the one being ClearScore and the second one being the Experian. They have a slightly different scoring system. Coming back to the whole conversation about buying a car. So I went into Experian to check my credit score, and I found that fairly I was doing good. I was having a good credit score. Then I was like, oh my God, why didn't I have the full credit score? That is the 999 score. And so I went to generate the credit report, which you can if you try to get the monthly subscription. And I tried to get the free monthly subscription, which I was just on the trial period, and I was able to generate the credit report. And I must say it has been very useful, because there were few things that I was making some mistakes, and now that I know about it, I'm going to rectify it. The first one being, I had just moved to my home, and I had changed my home address, but I did not change my home address in the electoral roll. So it still says that I'm in the previous electoral roll, but my house address is a new one. There is a little bit of miscommunication about that. So I have to go to the previous electoral roll, remove my name from there, and I also need to register to my new electoral roll. So this is just a simple step. It may take me like 5 to 10 minutes, but it will improve my credit score. So these are some of the best things that you can identify and some of the issues that you are making on your credit score, and you can easily rectify it. So the best idea is to generate a credit report from any of these platforms, which you can get it on a free trial basis or on a routine basis. These credit scores get updated, and I think it is on a 7-day basis. So you can make sure that if you have made some errors in the past, just rectify it, and when you go and see the updated credit scores, you will see a better number. So the next question is, where does ClearScore or Experian receive all this information about us and categorize into a good credit score or a bad credit score owner? So these information comes usually that's available on a public platform. So that means that it could be from our electoral roll or also from our behavior or the past credit experiences that we have had with our banks and the lenders. So if you have missed any payments on your utility bills, that could reflect on your credit score. And if you have been continuously missing it, that means that you will have a bad credit score. It also includes all the information about you and the information such as student loans that you have on your name will not be included. If you have missed any council tax payments, that will not be included. If you have had any parking fines in your name, that will also not be included. So all the things that we are usually scared of will not be included in these credit score categorization, but the ones that you have to majorly take care of is also included, like the name, the address, the electoral roll applications, making sure that we are not missing any payments on the most essential ones, and there are no unused accounts that we are maintaining. So all of these could affect our credit score. So coming to the last topic of how to convert a bad credit score into a good one and how to maintain it. So the first and the foremost thing, if you are an expat living in UK or a student who has come to UK, make sure that you register to the electoral roll. This is the most important step. It is a very simple thing that you can do. All you need to do is to confirm the address that you're living in, and it will give you a lot of benefits in building that credit score. Second thing is to never miss a payment, especially on the ones that you have set a direct debit in your account. If you don't already have a credit card and you're just starting with building that credit score, it is very important that you never miss any of the payments. It could be any of the credits, the utility bills that you have set up on your accounts. It could be the water, electricity, council, or maybe the internet. Any of these, make sure that you're paying these bills regularly, and setting up a direct debit is the best thing that you can do. So the payment, whenever the payment goes, make sure that there's enough money in your account and the payments would just go, and it will automatically help you build that credit score. Next thing is to make sure that you're not, if you have a credit card in case, make sure that you're not using the entire credit limit. So in my case, I didn't have a better credit score, so I was given somewhere around 2,500 credit limit. But my husband on the other side, he had a better credit score, so he received a credit limit of 4,500 pounds. But we never use the entire limit, and always make sure that it is well within the 25% range. So if it is for me 22,500, I would use within 25%, and for him 4,500, he would also use it within the 25%. But if you have taken some loans from your credit card, make sure to pay them back on a regular basis. The one that I use is Monzo. In Monzo, we have an option to take the free, low interest or absolutely no interest for 3 months, and we just stick to that. In this 3 months, we try to divide the amount that we have taken as loan into major big chunks and try to pay it off. So in that case, we don't have the interest piling up on the other side, but also we are not missing any payments. So this is one simple thing that you can do. And next one, if you as a person don't have a credit card and you are still thinking about getting the credit score, you can have a credit subscription with the mobile network agencies. So in that case, you don't have to pay a huge bill to them. It could be like 10 to 20 pounds for your mobile services, and that can be set up as a contract basis and you're paying it to them. And the next one is to not apply for too many loans or mortgages at the same time. So in my case right now, if I had passed my driving license, I would have thought of buying a car immediately. In that case, I would, if if I had made a mistake of giving a lot of applications to different lenders, in that case it would look like I was desperate to get that money, and it would affect my credit score. If my credit score get affected, it would prevent me from getting a better loan, and also the ones that are of low interest. So don't try to make a lot of applications at the same time or simultaneously. Take a lot of time gap between any of the applications that you're making. Could be for a home or for a car or any other reason. So make sure that you have this in mind. The last one is that if you find any errors in the information that's already there on ClearScore or Experian, the credit score where you are checking for that information, make sure to report to them and rectify those mistakes. It could affect your credit score in the longer run. So it is very important that you go back and change those issues. So that's all I can think of. In my case, I have been using my credit card to build my credit score, and the one that I'm using is Monzo. It's a simple one. I got that account when I came here as a student, and due to my the way of building my credit score, I was offered to have a credit card, and I did not expand the limit to go beyond 2,500. I still use it well within that limit, and each time I go to any grocery shop, sometimes what I do is to pay through my credit card. Even if I have money in my account, I try to pay through my account. So it could be like 10-15 pounds that I have used while making that purchase, maybe at a grocery store or maybe while shopping for some clothes, and then I transfer that money back within 2 to 3 days, money back to my credit card account from my personal account. So in that case, it looks like I'm using my credit card for whatever the reason being, or even if it is being for a small purchase, but I'm paying it back immediately. So it also helps to build my credit score that I'm using it in a better way and also paying back the money on a frequent basis. I have heard from some people that they kind of set up subscriptions for a huge amount, like their rent or for various other things. Sometimes you have to be careful that mostly it will not get accepted for like such huge amount. The credit card may not directly be able to set up the direct debit for you. And second thing is making sure that in case if you forget to look for notifications in the credit card and you end up having the 1,500 or 1,200 amount building up month after month, and you have to pay interest for that, it could be very bad. So start with the smaller amounts. Be very, very cautious and reasonable with the way that you manage your finance, be it your credit card or any loans and mortgage that you're taking. Such financial advice and wisdom will help you going forward to have a lot of financial freedom in life. So I just wanted to share this with you, and if I have more interesting topics which I can share with you and that will be useful, I will definitely bring it forward. So till we meet next, take care. Ciao.